Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. Happy Friday to everyone out there. You did it. You made it through another work week. We are one day closer to spring, and Super Bowl is on Sunday, so let's throw out all those New Year's resolutions and eat a lot of food. You guys ready to do it? Okay, we have a special season, says this lovely person in an interview. Now, how the season ends, I'm going to share with you a season-ending spoiler, which we already found out last Monday from Reality Steve. Now, the question is, does somebody else confirm that Steve is right, or do they confirm someone else won? We're going to get into that confirmation, and I say that in quotes because it is from an anonymous source, but it is somebody online who has backed up who someone else had said wins. Does this make sense? I'm just stalling, so if you don't want the spoilers, you can get out of here. By the way, I also want to shout out everyone who joined us from the Bachelor Party podcast. You know, you'd think we've been doing this channel for so long that there's no new people out there, but I want to say a shout out, first of all, to a fan who's in New Delhi, India. She listens every day at 2 a.m. her time because that's when our videos come out. So a big shout out to you. Thank you so much for all the support in India and to everywhere else that people are listening. Because we were on Bachelor Party podcast with Juliet Littman, our charts on the new podcast Bachelor Rush Hour went up to number 10 in entertainment news and number 229 in all of news, which is incredible. That's competing against mainstream media, and we're not even a news channel. We're just here to do pop culture conversation. So please get your news from another channel when it comes to political ideology and things like that. But for those that want us to kill some time and just enjoy the party, thank you so much for all of that support. All right, so we're going to get right into it. So when it comes to who's in this spoiler, whoever's in this photo doesn't confirm the ending. That's going to come after I share the next video because it's Gabby. Now, Gabby was on Bachelor Nation's hit podcast. What is it? Bachelor Happy Hour? I don't even know what they call this thing anymore. And I got to tell you, the next 66 seconds that I'm about to play are some of the worst 66 seconds of podcasting I've ever heard. Now, I'm giving Gabby, Michelle, and Becca the benefit of the doubt. They're interviewing somebody who's probably never done podcasting before, who can't say what she wants to say because she's not allowed to give anything away. And at the same time, it's garbage. Fast forward for the next 66 seconds. Or if you want to be a part of this, if you want to look at my facial expressions as we watch this, just listen now.
So fast forward to the rest of the season without giving too much away. Can you tease anything fun of what's to come, like what we can expect?
I love Gabby, by the way.
That's tough.
Dead air.
Not teasing too much.
We need a Jeopardy button.
I think that this season, you will see a lot of love and you'll see a lot of emotions and probably some of the most genuine people. You'll get to know some of the most genuine people that I've ever met. The
fun part, if you're wondering where to look, is to watch the soul leave Michelle's eyes. And she says, I left teaching for this. Watch, you can just feel it, or, zoom away.
I think that there is a lot of love between the girls with Zach. And I think it's a really unique season. From what I've seen of the other seasons, I think this is a special season.
Oh, special season. I like it.
Oh, no. Oh, that was the clip that they put on their YouTube channel. Look, I understand, every hour of podcasting is not the most riveting content in the world, but you didn't have to air that on the YouTube channel. What was in the podcast that you didn't air? Was that the highlight? Oh, boy. All right, let's go. I'm sure, and I didn't listen to this one. I'm sure this one's better. I'm sure Michelle's going to ask a bunch of follow-up questions. Gabby peeing her pants on national TV. Have a listen.
Gabby, I also relate to you in this scenario about the peeing the pants, okay? And I'm not sure if you were embarrassed about that or not, but when I was watching you, I'm like, we have all been there. If you have not peed your pants a little bit at some point, whether it's playing a game, whether it's when you're dancing.
Look, I don't know. I've never been a woman before. Is it harder? Is it easier to pee your pants as a woman? Because I don't know guys. I don't know if guys are peeing their pants at the level that women are. Is it a bladder thing?
Dancing,
is it a valve issue?
You're lying if you haven't peed your pants a little bit. So honestly, I don't think you should be embarrassed at all about it.
And just as a side note, is Gabby objectively one of the most beautiful contestants that's ever been on the show? There's going to be a lot of people. Well, there's going to be a lot of discussion of who the next Bachelorette will be. If she's not the winner, she's in the running, right?
Did you think that part was going to be shown? Like, we're always mic'd up, but there's like some things that you don't think like will ever air. Did you think that they would show that?
I was quite confident that would be shown, just because I went into the day and I was like, yeah, like I'm going to put my body on the line and I'm going to crush this. Like,
which is also what you say when you go into the fantasy suite. I'm going to put my body on the line. I'm going to crush this, and I might pee a little.
I'm going to get aggressive if I have to.
Whoa.
Like, I'm just going to come out of my shell and be, a football player for the day. Well, there was other plans for me.
By the way, I have a question, and this might be a little bit of a conspiracy theory here. Is Becca Gabby's long-lost twin sister? Like, were they separated at birth and then met up again at a summer camp and decided to switch their parents, and then Gabby went home with Becca's parents and Becca went home with Gabby's parents, and then they decided that they didn't like the stepmom, so they sabotaged her and got the single parents back together? Is this a parent trap happening? They look identical.
That blunt force that pulled me down, it was so hard. And I was also nervous. Like you think like, okay, I'm staying hydrated because we're in the California sun.
True.
Then I've got these nerves and jitters because the boy I like is watching me try to catch a football, run across the field. Like there's a lot going on. The nerves were giving me the nervous peas in itself. And then you throw me to the ground. Yeah, it was
the nervous peas.
Bad, but have no fear. I've consulted my doctor. We are good. Everything is good. We're working on it. So I'm recovering.
Please, Michelle, your question?
It's either going to happen now or when you have kids. And honestly, your team might not have won, but you definitely won the relatable card.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so cheers to you for that.
Yeah, all you need to do every once in a while is, crap your pants, and you might be the next star of the show. Now, look, we know it's as simple as that. It's as simple as little things that push you over the edge with the edit. Gabby's funny. I mean, look, here. Sorry about that. She's from Vermont. Gabby's from Vermont. New Englanders are funny, objectively, I think, because humor gets you through a long, cold winter, and all she can do in Vermont is eat Ben & Jerry's, top it with some maple syrup, and make jokes about peeing herself a little bit. You know what I mean? So we've got the spoiler. I'm not going to share any graphics with you, but are you guys ready for the spoiler, which we waited this long? Gabby said this is a special season. We don't know why, but it was confirmed by an anonymous person on Reddit. So there really isn't too much to this. I'm grinning as I say this because you might be like, Dave, all that much ado about nothing? Well, I don't want you to pee a little bit when you hear this, but the confirmation from the person on Reddit, which again, take it with a grain of salt, is that Gabby is the F2, as in she is the runner-up, and that Gabby was put on a date with somebody's friend. So this person, the reason why they know Gabby is confirmed as finalist 2 is because she was matched on a date just a few weeks ago with somebody else. So clearly things didn't work out. And of course, as we go back to the spoilers we released a few days ago, if you're still watching and haven't tuned away because of the spoilers, that's on you. It was announced that Gabby, Ariel, and Katie were the final 3 right there. And Gabby and Katie then became the final 2. And then from there, Katie Bigger won. And then it was reported by Bachelor whatever that she had sources, I say she, that they had sources that Gabby won, but now we have 2 different sources, namely Reality Steve, the biggest one because he puts his name behind it, plus somebody on Reddit confirming that Gabby wasn't the winner. So that's where it stands, folks. In our next video, we're going to share some different, maybe you want to do it right now? Let's do it right now. Let's share a scene for... This is a clip of the next episode. Let's just give you guys a little trailer for next week.
Doing okay, I guess. This is all just very hearsay, but Anastasia,
She goes, this is all very hearsay. That's my whole channel.
constantly always talking about the amount of Instagram followers that she's going to get while being here, and it's literally like...
That freaks me the out.
As it should.
I am like terrified that I would, end up with someone that was here for the wrong reasons. It's really not there to like love me and have a future, but really there for the fame.
I personally think you can both want Instagram followers and love. I mean, look, it's up to Zach to win them over. He's got to pursue them and win them over. In the meantime, you go on the show. It's like, look, Zach, let me ask you this. Hey, Zach, and if I was Anastasia, my response would be like, oh, Zach, are you not making $125,000 on this season? Oh, you are? Then shut the hell up and let me rack up a few Instagram followers, because I don't know about you, but I don't work for free, and I live in a world. You know what I mean? That type of deal.
Hearing this information about Anastasia, I need to address it, like 1,000%. Hello.
Hi.
Anastasia, can you join me?
Yes. So Zach comes in, and you could see there was some tension there, and I'm thinking to myself, what's going on?
Okay, I have a question for you. Are you really here for me?
No, she's there for herself, and that's okay. Do you, lady? Do you? All right, well, that's going to be it for this video. We got more content coming your way. I'm going to be live on the Patreon this morning, patreon.com/Dave Neal. We'll be setting up a lot of content for the rest of the day. And also Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast, the #1 news source, Bachelor Nation, Bachelor Rush Hour every afternoon during the weekdays. And I'm going to share my stats with you. We are crushing it right now, so you're going to want to join on that. I'm getting ridiculous out there. You know what? Here, I'm going to, I know, I'm leaving, but I'm going to give this to you guys because this is a strong promo for what I'm doing. A lot of people say, oh, Bachelor Rush Hour, it must just be the same as your YouTube channel. And you know what? It's not. Here's what I'm doing on Bachelor Rush Hour. I'm giving you guys unique intros, and they're just ridiculous. Like I said here, they're super hacky, overly dramatic, and it feels like an 80s disc jockey, and I absolutely love it. Have a listen. Here's where it is. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Thursday, February 9th, 2023. Let's go. This is Dave Neal, host of Bachelor Nation News, and welcome to Bachelor Rush Hour. Come on, let's do it. Yes, sir. All right, so that was yesterday, and here's Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Dave Neal, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. Happy Hump Day, February 8th, 2023. Are you guys ready to do this? It's the State of the Bachelor Union, and this is Bachelor Rush Hour. That's right, folks. The State of the Bachelor Union is strong out here. We got some drama to get to. None of it involves Zach. Well, maybe a little bit. We've got former leads throwing each other under the bus in the most fascinating story of the week. Caitlin Bristow, Nick Viall, Battle Royale! All right, so if you want over-the-top Bachelor content every afternoon, Bachelor Rush Hour, link in the comment section below. Just search Bachelor Rush Hour wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll be back with more right after this.